Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Norm's Friends. I'm David B., the readings guy, 603-404-9338, biffid@yahoo.com. Whatever, get in touch with me. Let's set up a reading, get a nice reading. Questions, comments, you want to talk about something on the show, let me know. In the meantime, get comfy, relax, get in the recliner, your favorite chair, stretch out on the sofa, flip your slippers off, and enjoy it. Let's have some fun. So, of course, I hope everybody's ready. No guest. Poor me. It's just me. Don't worry. I got my inspirational quote to start with. I've got my interesting fun facts today, very interesting, and we can wing it today. Again, I left my phone out just in case, so there won't be a lull. There's plenty of headlines we can go over, a few topics I want to get off my chest. Oh, and before I forget, this is just a note before I even do anything. This is just a little note starting on August 8th. We're moving on the dial or the channel lineup, whatever you want to call it. Our number is moving. We're not going to be channel 23 any longer. We're going to be on channel 8. 8 is great. So remember that. That's starting August 8th. All 8s. There you have it. All right. So, as we know, let's start with our inspirational quote. I think this one's pretty neat. It's just sort of, had no intention of ever doing this one, but it jumped at me, and the author is, we all know who the author is. When one door of happiness closes, another opens, but often we look so long at the closed door that we do not see the one which has opened for us. How true is that, right? Everyone does it, right? You end a relationship, somebody that you know, they pass on, they transition, and I know, let's face it, I know some people, 15 years or 20 years, oh, my mother passed 20 years ago, and they're still depressed about it. Oh, I miss her voice, and I miss this, and I miss that. My mother passed away, 22 years ago. I hear her voice almost every day, so I don't get where these people are coming from. I still feel her love, even though she's gone. I can't hold her physically, but, I sort of do, and I hold her mentally, and I see the smile, and I hear the smile, and I hear her voice and her laughter, so, it's all up here. You want to hold on to being downtrodden and unhappy and voided out, and, that's all well and fine. But, it's a choice. Or you can choose happiness, which is real easy. All you have to do is accept things the way they are, and you move on. So you accept the fact that someone's passed on, they've transitioned. First of all, let's not be greedy. They're in a much better spot, and these people that talk about coming back, I'm not coming back, and I don't think anybody comes back. They can think what they want, but who would want to come back here, especially at these times now anyway? Not me. Naturally, I need a sip of water. Thank you. All right, so I got a little on a tangent there, but that's all right. Let's go over it again because it's true. When one door of happiness closes, another opens. But often we look so long at the closed door that we do not see the one which has been opened for us. Are you ready? I shouldn't really laugh, but because we do not see the one that has been opened for us. Helen Keller. I mean, but anyway, and it is. I know, people that, the boyfriend dumps them, they get divorced and or whatever, and they're in that rut. They refuse to let it go. It's like it didn't work out, and it didn't work out for a reason. That's the time allotted for that relationship. It fulfilled you in the way that it was supposed to. It sort of initiated new horizons for you that you wouldn't have seen or you wouldn't have felt or aspired to had you not been in this relationship. So, it's everything is for a reason. So, naturally you grieve, but do you have to grieve for 3 years or 12 years? No, 3 weeks maybe, a month, and then it's like, let's go. Who wants to be, we're only here once, make the most of it. I have the time of my life every day. All right, so much for that and hearing about me. Let's get into the interesting fun facts today. I think they're kind of interesting. The fun, interesting facts today are all about Lake Superior. And if you don't know where that is, shame on you. Google. Everybody should know that, of course. I know it's got nothing to do with being male, female, transgender. I want to be a boy. I want to be a girl, even though I'm 6. So, and they probably don't teach geography anymore in school, do they? It doesn't seem it. You don't hear it. All right, so we can go back. That's another subject. We'll get back to that. All right, here we are. Interesting fact number 1. It is generally considered the largest freshwater lake in the world by surface area. How do you like that one? Well, so the name is appropriate, right? Lake Superior. All right. Interesting fun fact number 2. Lake Superior holds about 3,000 cubic miles of water. I can't even fathom that, how big that is. Well, here we go. Enough to fill all the other Great Lakes, plus Lake Erie 3 times over. Its volume is second only to Russia's Lake Baikal. See that? That's a lot of water. All 5 lakes. Oh, no. Yeah, all 5 lakes plus Lake Erie 3 times. That's a lot of fresh water. All right. Interesting fun fact number 3. The lake is about, 350 miles in length and 160 miles in width. If straightened out, the Lake Superior shoreline could connect Duluth, that's Minnesota for those of you who don't know, and the Bahama Islands. That's a pretty long line. Interesting fun fact number 4. I think I kind of really enjoy this one. Interesting fun fact number 4. The sun sets more than 35 minutes later on the western shore of Lake Superior than at its southeastern edge. Isn't that so? West, southeastern edge, 35 minutes. Imagine that. So you could sort of, when the sun is going down on the southeastern edge, if you got on a boat that went fast enough, you could get an extra half hour of tanning time in. Right? All right. Interesting fun fact number 5. The average depth of Lake Superior is about 500 feet. The deepest point in the lake, about 40 miles north of Munising, Michigan, is about 1,300 feet. That's pretty deep. That's almost 2 Prudential buildings. Imagine that. That's pretty deep. All right. Interesting fun fact number 6. This is pretty interesting. Lake Superior has over 400 islands. Imagine that. I wonder why rich people aren't buying them up. So that, to be sort of out there, all these elitists. Of the 400 islands, Isle Royale, Royal, is the largest and possibly the most well-known in Lake Superior. Despite being the largest in Lake Superior, Manitoulin Island in Lake Huron is the largest in the Great Lakes. Interesting fun fact number 7. Imagine this. Lake Superior is the cleanest Great Lake. The other ones must be really, really trashy. On average, you can see roughly 47 feet underwater, but I think that was a typo. I think it's really 20. I'm going to have to go back. It's 27 feet. I'm almost positive. 27 feet. That's not really clean if you ask me. In some areas, though, you can see up to 98 feet, so that's a little better. Imagine the other lakes. Oh, my God. Well, is it Lake Erie? Didn't that catch on fire in the late 70s? So you probably can see what? Maybe 27 inches, maybe. All right. Fun fact number 8. Whoop. Okay, make this make sense. Lake Superior is the coldest of the Great Lakes. It rarely ever fully freezes in the winter, and if it does, it is usually for a short period of time. The last time it fully froze was 1996. Well, it better hurry up, because with all these climate change screamers that don't know what they're talking about, it better hurry up and freeze to give them something to say. See, climate change. All right. Number 9. Didn't say when. The largest wave to ever be recorded in Lake Superior is 40 feet. Again, it didn't say when. Otherwise, right? Global warming, climate change, this, that, whatever, acid rain causing it, but 40 feet. This is pretty cool. Number, interesting fun fact, number 10, so that'll be this and this. 8 and 2 is 10. Over 80 species of fish call Lake Superior home. That's pretty good. So that's probably a good spot to go fishing. And finally, this is more of a fun thing. Interesting fact number 11. The world's longest freshwater sailboat race takes place on Lake Superior each year. The Trans-Superior International Yacht Race starts by Sault Ste. Marie, Michigan, and ends near Duluth, Minnesota. And isn't Sault Ste. Marie the coldest place in the nation? In the winter, when you see the news, they tell you the coldest spot. Anyway, that's that. And just let me repeat again, make a note, because I'm sure you don't want to miss me. Starting August 8th, we're going to be on channel 8 instead of 23. Write it down. Make a note. Post it on your TV. From channel 23, we're moving to channel 8. So there you have everything for today. So if you want to get on board here, be a part of us, help us out here, questions, comments, critiquing, anything, 603-640-3091. So I got plenty of time left. I'm here by myself. There's no one to interrupt us. So, hey, hit those buttons, dial. Maybe I'm on speed dial. Or if you got a cell phone, Siri, call Norm's Friends. Good afternoon. Welcome to Norm's Friends. How are you today?
Well, I'm wonderful. It's the Energy Lady.
The Energy Lady. How are you today? So nice to hear you.
And I'll always remember my loved ones that passed away and all the good memories. I will never give it up.
I don't give it up either, but I was talking about people that, they're depressed. They don't get, oh, poor me, poor me. You know how some people are. I don't think there's any need for that. But see, I know you do. I'm the same way. All the memories are up here. I can replay them in my head 1,000 times.
And you better believe it. If it wasn't for them, I wouldn't have learned what I know today.
None of us would have. That's exactly right. I mean, if it wasn't for my mother, I wouldn't know how to make lasagna. I mean, so
that's why they wrote the song. You and I against the world. Oh, baby, you and I against the world. And one of us is gone, and one of us is left to carry on.
See?
Remembering all the things we do. You and I against the world.
That's it. Pretty good. I like that. That's true, though. That's right. You and I against the world. How's everything going for you? Hello?
You better believe it. That's a true song. Because you remember all the beautiful things that everybody's been through.
Well, exactly right. See, but there you go. See, look how positive. Listen to what she's saying. It's nothing but positive and uplifting. There's no reason that you shouldn't be like that. I mean, we all have that option. Take advantage.
We all have ups and downs and everything. We do the best we can. We don't forget where we come from.
Exactly right. That's exactly right.
And we love one another.
Exactly right. Exactly. That's the sort of goal, but, and like you said, we all do the best we can. There you have it. Imagine. Would you like?
True.
I know.
I love all my old time stuff with my grandmother and my mom and my dad and my brother who I lost and everything. We had fun.
That's right.
We have a lot of values.
Exactly. I got the same thing from all mine. I had tons of fun. Just a wealth of information. You could, not one person could never teach you all the stuff that I've learned from all my relatives and family members and extended family members. So
it's valuable.
Very
valuable.
Very valuable. Hey, by the way, did you jot down the note I mentioned? We're moving from channel 23 to channel 8.
I know, to channel 8.
On August 8th. So.
No, channel 8, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's what you said.
That's right. But isn't it funny when you think of it? We're moving to channel 8 on August 8th. So August is the 8th month. The 8th month, the 8th day, we're moving to the 8th channel. Imagine.
That's right. And 8s are very important to me.
Is that your birthday?
Nope. That's my husband. He's going to be 88.
Wow, youngster.
And he does very well.
Well, if he's good, being 88, I'm sure. Anyone.
So everything's an 8.
See that? Wow.
We're married on the 8, too.
Wow, for how many years? It must end be ending in an 8. 58 years. 68 years.
No. 51.
All right. Congratulations. Wow, what a milestone that is. 51 years.
That's why I sang that song, You and I Against the World. I meant that for my husband and me.
Too funny. So what's on your mind today? Even though you're already...
Mind.
What?
I didn't go digging. The mind.
Oh. Too funny. When you want a reading?
Yes, I do. I appreciate that.
All right. We'll do a one-card reading. These are the soul cards.
Only one?
Yeah.
Come on, you're by yourself today.
All right. We'll do 2. We'll do 2.
Okay, thank you.
I know I'm by myself, but all right, let's do 2. So, hold on. These sort of stick to each other. I don't know why. Maybe that's a good thing. This is the soul.
Humidity, what do you want?
I didn't even think of that. See, always thinking. That's what I love about you. Always on the ball. So
Well, I think so fast. They come out with things so fast. They used to call me Trigger and Lightning Bomb.
that's
And all
funny.
kinds of nicknames.
All right. Now, of course, look at this. Well, how can you go wrong with this card? Well, let me see if I can glare it for you. There we are. It's the wait. It's the nine of cups. All right. So nine is just about complete. It's so cups to me, especially when it comes to you, energy lady, is emotions because you're always emotionally charged. So and it's you're so full, you're so emotionally fulfilled and contented and happy and all that good stuff. You just can't go wrong with that. And everybody knows it. And not only me, but I'm sure everybody out there that's listening or watching it feels it from you also. So here we have it. The Nine of Cups, filled, loaded, loaded, loaded with positive, uplifting emotions. So much so that you never run out of all that. You never run out. You always have enough to share with other people and to give with other people and to lift up other people with all the extra that you have. And as we continue along, of course, what's that card? The card is number 10. It's the Wheel of Fortune. And so, right, 10, it's like a whole cycle. Because you start at number 1 and, all the way up to 10. Or actually, tarot starts at 0. But so 10, here we are. We're always at the whole cycle. But Wheel of Fortune with all this this emotional fulfillment and contentment and just wonderfulment, I'll call it, right? And you have the partner card here, the Wheel of Fortune. It just one. It's sort of like the infinity sign there. The 8, sort of like the 8. It just keeps rejuvenating itself. So stay on the path that you're on. You'll never ever ever go wrong. So that's your reading for today, Energy Lady.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. Hey, by the way,
God bless and have a wonderful, wonderful night.
thank.
And happy, healthy, and strong, and stay out of the storms.
All right, I know, really. I will. All right, thanks for calling. We'll see you. Good night. Bye. And I was just going to ask her, too, if she was enjoying her nice tropical humidity out there. I don't have a problem with it. I enjoy it. It's like all my neighbors, you don't put your air on. You don't put the AC on. It's like last night, I think I was the only one. I was the only one in the building that had windows open. Good afternoon. Welcome to Norm's Friends. How are you today?
Hello.
Hello. How are you?
Hi, Dave. It's Gina.
Gina, how are you today?
Oh, my God. I just came back from vacation. I'm good. How are you, Dave?
I'm very well. Hey, I never heard from you, and I knew it was, it was a special occasion, so I didn't want to reach out and interrupt
it was his
anything.
birthday. Yeah, it was his birthday.
Right, I know. I know you told me
Joe's
personally, but right, so
Yeah.
we can say it now because you said it was her husband's birthday. I was going to do a reading, but I didn't hear.
Reading, but
Well, I
he
didn't.
went away, so we couldn't get together. But
Right.
we'll do it this week if you want.
Oh, we could do it Friday. I'm not working Friday.
Not working Friday either, so that's the great.
What? Look at that. See that? It worked out. See that? And that's not by
It worked
coincidence.
out perfectly.
That's right. So, by the way, did you go to Agunquit?
I did, and I loved it. I stayed on the beach, and it was good. And it was hot, but, there were a lot of people dressed up with Trump shirts. I was like, oh, my God.
Really?
Red Trump shirts.
Wow.
I
Wow.
was appalled. I said,
not appalled. I thought it was great, but I was like, there's other people here that's not going to like that.
Exactly, I
And
know.
nobody said anything to them.
I know.
Nobody said anything to them.
I don't think the LGBTQX 27.6 agenda was too appreciative of it. I don't know why.
They didn't appreciate it. But, they kept their distance, which was very nice.
Right. It's the sad thing about that is these people that, all they do is they buy into hate. They refuse to see anything good unless this is the woke, it seems to me. Correct me if you think I'm wrong, but the woke people, if you don't agree with them and support them 100% without question, then they throw you under they just hate you. You know what I mean?
And that's what somebody just said on Facebook. The more you feel how much you hate this, the worse it is for people that are going to keep hating it and getting worse in hating it because you're throwing it in our faces. Try to just act calmly about all these things that are going on instead of throwing it in our faces. That's true.
Right. I mean, it's like, this friend of mine on Facebook, I've known him for years, even before we were friends on Facebook, we were friends, but he's an outright Trump hater, and all he does is he'll hear another Trump hater will say, but like a government figure, right? He'll hear a Trump hater say that, well, when he was in office, he was this or he was that, and it's like, I said, what would he, I said, you don't even question it. I said, you hear one person say something and you take it as fact. And I told him, I says, and I'm surprised at him. I says, how naive are you? I wouldn't mind, the guy's a lawyer. His name is Bill. I go, Bill, how naive are you? There's no support to this, or they heard it from an anonymous source. I mean, let's face it. I says, but consider the source whose mouth it's coming out of. They hate the guy. They hate the guy. Naturally.
Let me tell you something. The worst thing that they do, I don't know if you remember Rob Reiner. You know him?
Oh, he was
Twitter.
He was the jerk that was here with, was it Deval Patrick? No, Rob Reiner. Rob Reiner, the meathead.
The meathead. So he was on Twitter yesterday saying, oh, this is so good. He did this to women and did this to women. And I said, buddy, I wrote back, the Trump did supposedly, he did not get indicted for it. But you're not talking about what Obama did. You're not talking about what Clinton did to women. You're not talking about how Biden treated women back in the 80s. I said, you're only talking about one thing.
Right.
One thing. I mean, they don't get it. They don't get it.
Nope. That's how much they've bought into the hate agenda, and that's all it is.
Yeah, and they never mentioned Gary Hart, who had the worst women. He was the worst womanizer there ever was.
I forgot all about him. That's right. He was from, where was he from? Arizona or something.
Arizona. And John, and the vice president there, who cheated on his wife too, with Clinton, Al Gore. He also got divorced because he was cheating on. I mean, how about the Kennedys? Nobody talks about that.
No.
They all talk about the one woman that happened in a store with Trump. I mean, and that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I mean, it's ridiculous, and I'm sick of listening to it.
And
people tell me, why should I vote for him? I don't like his mouth. I said, lady, you don't have to like his mouth. You have to like your pocketbook.
Really? I know. And look at what this joke. I was just reading today, since Biden, Obama, because it's really Obama 3 is what it is. But since he's been in office, they said the average inflation has gone up 16.6%. Imagine. That's ridiculous.
Okay, but he says it came down. He inherited this. I talked to my Democrat friends. Oh, he inherited this. What did he inherit?
Right.
Was he in China? What are you talking about?
Exactly.
What did he? I mean, we did. You guys threw a pandemic. Cut the crap. Cut the crap. I don't want to hear it.
Right, and
ridiculous.
They don't want to talk about Biden's lies about. I love it. They're all upset about the. He can't forgive the student loan. Thank God. Now he's upset because I love it. He the Supreme Court ruled against him. He doesn't have the power to do it, right? He can't do it.
Yes.
And now today, what is he screaming about this morning about? When he thought he was trying to do a good thing. I love it. I love it. By helping out the middle class. Excuse me. How is he helping out the middle class by sort of imposing billions and billions of dollars, billions and billions of other people's debt on the middle class? How is that helping them?
I know, it's ridiculous. That's not going to help them.
But,
If anybody wants to do something for the people, start lowering the freaking grocery bills and the gas bills, will you?
Mm-hmm. And they could
outrageous.
lower everything if all he did is, if he didn't rescind the oil and gas leases that were legit, he rescinded them all because he took all the land away from them that they can do the oil and gas. And I guess there's one, I forget the tribe, some Indian tribe. Their reservation is loaded with gas, natural gas, and he won't let them drill for it. But which sort of blows me away because I always thought that the Indian reservations were separate and apart from U.S. law.
Yeah.
That's what I thought
Me too.
all these
I
years.
thought that too.
So, but and
Yeah.
then
It's ridiculous.
right, he's the one who's always up there talking about. Oh, I love the lies, Gina. Right? He's up there talking about Republicans want to cut your Medicare benefits. Just last week, he did it on his own. He cut Medicare benefits. He cut the funding for home health care for Medicare recipients. But when he's over there, the Republicans want to do it. These people are so filled with hate, they're so dumb, that they're afraid to open their eyes to the possibility that maybe it's not true. He's the one who did it himself. Then all the Democrats talk about how the Republicans are a threat to democracy, right? These jokers that are running the show down there now, let's face it, they're Democrats. They're with Twitter, they're with Facebook, they're with Google, they're with Instagram, they were doing whatever else. And they're the ones shredding the Constitution. They're the ones that are telling Facebook, and YouTube, don't publish this, block that one's account, knock this one out. And
But a judge Dave told them to stop it.
right now he's
The judge
appealing
told
it.
him,
He's
cut it out.
and they're appealing it. I can't believe it. And this is what gets me. We have a First Amendment right, and they're stampeding on it, and here we go again. People are so dumb, and they don't care that they just sit back and watch it happen. And I laugh because once they get rid of that First Amendment, which is God, they're trying like anything, every other one is going to go. And I keep saying, what's the biggest reason they want to get rid of the First Amendment is because part of the bigger picture that people don't want to see is he's got him on his cabinet, he's got him advising him Muslim Brotherhood, and I don't care what you say, there's this big push to squelch your freedom of speech. Why? Because then it's going to be you can't say anything about Allah, who was not a prophet, by the way. He was a loss. I don't care.
It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
Yep.
But he doesn't know how to rule because he's down in England acting like a fool. He's down in Ukraine acting like an idiot.
I know.
And what are we doing? People rise up. We're working for all this crap. Take it to the bank. Never mind this guy. This guy needs the worst election that he's ever run. He's ridiculous. There's nothing to do with them.
I agree.
I can't wait.
Yeah, but they're such cheaters, and they're just going to cheat again on the next the next election, like they did. Like, let's face, I don't care what 81 million people did not vote to what's going on. I am sorry. I have the hardest time believing it.
Me too. I don't believe it. I don't believe that either. I mean, he's got more votes than Obama. Give me a break. I will not believe that. No way.
Well,
I hear what he said.
well, they do it with the mail-in votes, and I don't care what you say. It was just like the last election when he was down what? Something like, I forget. It was at least 500,000 votes in Pennsylvania. All of a sudden, they had to stop counting, and then all of a sudden, the next morning, what is it? Not only did they found they had all these ballots, all these mail-in ballots, 650,000 all for Biden, not one vote for Trump. And people just believe it. People think that's legit. And it's unbelievable.
Ridiculous.
And that,
Unbelievable.
I know. And they go on, they're investigating this. McCarthy, don't get me wrong, he's doing a good job, but he can't do it all. But, it's like you really want to investigate something, investigate voter fraud. It was just like, and they admit it. They admitted it, Philadelphia County, which is the city and county of Philadelphia, they even admit that there's non-citizens on the voting rolls that vote.
Well, Italy found a lot of cheating going on with mail-in. So now they do one day, they do Sundays, and it starts at 7 and ends at midnight, but you have to go in person.
Yeah.
One day, period.
That's what it should be.
And that's because they found too much fraud.
Right. And then I guess they're bringing a suit. I know it's in North Dakota. I don't know how many people they have there, but they've even got it for the mail-in ballots. There's mail-in ballots with no signatures, and they counted mail-in ballots with no postmark. If I don't care.
Well, that's outrageous because they did it to Joe, and they said that he voted when he didn't vote. And Joe said, "I want to know who voted for me."
Yeah.
And he said, "I want my vote rescinded, and I want a new ballot."
Mm-hmm.
And then the police had to come down and give him a ballot.
Wow.
Yeah. Yes. We called the police because it was right in when he was voting by mail.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, by in person. They said he had voted already.
Wow.
I said, we didn't vote. Yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody sent in a mail-in ballot with his name on it. It was not true.
Right.
We want it. We want the police to send it back down, and we will vote in front of the police. And that's what he did.
Yeah,
They'll tell
good.
you. Let him tell you the story.
Wow. But
Yeah.
what I was going to say too, plus, in Philadelphia, for the presidential election, the people on the voting list from the 1850s that voted. I mean, come on.
It's disgusting. And if a Republican did it, you'd be hauled into court so fast. You wouldn't know what your head was doing.
That's right. If all those votes were going to Republicans, you can bet your bottom dollar
bet they'd be screaming and hollering.
there'd be a quick end put to that practice, boy. You can bet your bottom dollar. Yeah, I know. It's incredible. Unbelievable. I know.
All right, so what time, Dave? Well, I'll call you in the morning.
Yeah, I'll tell you. Yeah, call or text, whatever. I'm around. Yeah, and I'll be around all day tomorrow. I'm not going till tomorrow night up in Guilford here, Peter Frampton. I'm going. I got pretty decent seats. So only $25. I guess
Nice, that's good.
Ticketmaster has.
Okay, but I'll see you Friday.
Yeah, we'll see you Friday. But do you want a quick reading in the meantime?
Quick, yes, please.
All right, let me put the top back on this in case it falls over. Okay, so I gave the energy lady a 2-card reading, so I'll give you a 2-card reading also.
Okay.
Hers is the energy. I mean, she's so up and positive. You know what I mean? Her cards always come out that way. All right, so let's see. I showed you these cards, right? These are when you were here. That's the soul deck. It's the gold ones. All right, so here we have the 6 of Cups here again, and it's emotion. 6 in cups. It's emotions. It's it could be sort of materialistic things too, but I'm just not feeling materialistic things, all right? But
Yes.
so, but you can denote whichever category because I'll tell you why. It's, no, I'm gonna take that back. I'm just not feeling materialistic at all. This is emotions, all right? Again, and this goes back to previous readings, all right? I don't remember everything I said, but I remember your readings about sort of being in turmoil and you know what I mean, that type of stuff.
Yeah.
With your emotions and your thoughts and what's going on and where you're trying to get to. So now we're at a point, and I know you can feel that there's been improvement. Things have, not completely, but things have sort of smoothened out for the better. The path has gotten a little sort of more clearer, a little more focused, but there's still shall we say, a few clouds in the way that are obstructing the final sort of connection with it, all right? And as a matter of fact, here, oh, Gina, I love it. And what is the next card? It's the Two of Swords. And, of course, the Two of Swords, right, is your mentality, what's going on in your mind. But so with the Two of Swords, all right, as you can see, they're crossed, all right? So this is all up to you. And, of course, I love it. See, look at what's up there. What's up the top of this card? The sunshine, nice and bright with the sun rays hitting you all over the place. So but what it comes down to now is things are clear. I said there's maybe just a little bit of cloudiness still, not much. So it's up to you. You really have to, and I know that's not far to go, and I think part of it might be you sort of being hesitant, of feeling a little bit leery that it's coming to the sort of finish line where Gina is going to have to make a decision one way or the other without having to.
Absolutely.
And the thing is, I think you're making it more difficult on yourself than what it has to be because I'm getting the sense that Gina's over there. Well, what if I choose this and it ends up being that? And what if I choose that and it ends up being this? But all I can say is, and
Yeah.
it's never failed me. When I've been in that position, I always make the decision, what have I been feeling, or what's, when I weigh things out, what's the proper way to go? Not the way I want to go, but what's the what's the proper way to go? What's the, where's everything leaning towards? And when I make that decision to choose it, to sort of, I should really say, not even really choose, but to follow that lead, you never go wrong. And that's,
all right.
And so do that.
Sounds good.
And you'll be all set.
All right.
So, and I'm going to hear from you tomorrow, correct?
Tomorrow.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tomorrow.
Very good.
All right, I'll see you then, Dave.
All right, thanks for calling, Gina. Nighty-night.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Bye.
Bye. All right. So, oops. So there we have it. One of my favorite callers, Gina. Of course, what can I tell you? Medford girl, Medford boy. Voila. There's the connection. There's the dialogue back and forth. Good afternoon. Welcome to Norm's Friends. How are you today?
Not too bad, and you?
Mary. Welcome, Mary. Cruising with Mary tomorrow. Same place,
Yeah.
same time, except tomorrow, 5 to 6. How have you been, Mary?
Fair the middle, as they say.
Oh, Mary. I think it's the humidity doing it.
It's, no, I lost my cousin,
Oh, it's-
Delma.
Sorry to hear, Mary.
Yeah, I lost her. And, she was when I first started going live,
Yeah.
Norm came on once in a while, as a co-host.
Mm-hmm.
But she was my original co-host.
Oh, wow.
That was with me, my cousin.
Well, if you heard me at the beginning of the show, I don't mean to laugh about it, but, talking about, like I was talking about my mother passing. I hear
Yeah.
her voice. I hear her voice every day.
Yeah.
I hear her laugh. I see her laugh, and she's this far away from me every day. So we grieve, and it's sad. Because let's face it, it's a physical loss. It's the physical loss,
Yeah,
but
it is, yeah.
but it's not a spiritual loss.
Yeah.
So
Hey, I heard
you-
you talking about we're moving in August, but that's a Tuesday on the 8th. And we're moving from Thursday to Tuesday?
no. Just where we're located on the dial, starting Tuesday, August 8th. Right? Starting
Yeah.
Tuesday, August 8th. So it's that, 3 weeks. We are no longer going to be on channel 23. We're going to be on channel 8. That's
On
what's
Channel 8, but we're still going to be there on our regular days.
and
like
times.
Thursday.
Yeah. That's
okay.
that's because you'll see when you come tomorrow. There's a big memo out there, and it tells you
Yeah.
there's channels that Xfinity's doing away with, and
Yeah.
this is the other stuff is moving, and the radio's moving. It's all kind
Yeah.
anything to keep people confused. You know how it is, Mary.
Yeah, there's going to get a lot of people confused.
Yeah,
We're
and
going
how?
to really have to put it out there. I
Right.
have more ways than one to tell people what channel to look for now.
Exactly. That's right. So I know no more. I got to remember that too, and I post it on Facebook, right?
Yeah, definitely. That's what I'm going to be doing, put all over Facebook.
Right. I know. Instead of channel 23, channel 8. That's got to sink in.
Yeah,
So.
yeah, because Channel 8, that's usually out of either Maine or Massachusetts, Channel 8. So they're taking that channel over?
Well, no, it's just Manchester Cable. Manchester, it's just, Xfinity, the cable. They do it city by city, so, I don't know the whole thing of technology, but it's just like, this channel 23. If you live in Bedford over here, you don't get channel 23. You have to go on Facebook or online.
Because Channel 8 is CW, out of Massachusetts.
I thought it was. Oh, you mean on
That's
Xfinity?
cable. Yeah, for cable, yeah. That comes out of CW.
See that? Well, it must not be Channel 8 up here, or maybe they're moving it. I don't know.
Yeah,
But
that
I
one
mean,
there comes out of Massachusetts, that one.
but if they put us on
Right.
CW, hey, we're coast to coast, right? They're gonna,
That would be good.
they'll love us. They'd love us.
Yeah.
Too funny. I know, Mary. Do you have a guest tomorrow?
Yeah, no, not tomorrow.
Oh, all right.
No. It's not so.
And
So I got a lot to go on tomorrow, so to talk about and everything.
oh, good. Well, that's good. Always good to
Yeah.
talk about. And of course, I'm going to Peter Frampton tomorrow, so
Oh,
up in
nice.
Guilford. All right,
Yeah.
Mary, want a reading?
Yes.
Okay, I'll do it. I've been doing 2-card readings, so that's what we'll do. Ooh, and I don't have a whole lot of time left, Mary.
Yeah.
All right. So let's see what we have from Mary. Hold on. How are the kitties, by the way?
They're doing good. In fact, I had to make some special stuff on because my girl turned 15 Saturday, so I had to make them some special food for her.
Hey, they deserve to celebrate. They deserve to
Yeah.
celebrate.
Yeah, she turned
Yep.
15, Miss Kitty.
Well, all right, Mary, so here we are. So we start with the Page of Swords, all right? So
Yeah.
a page, it's swords is what's going on again mentally. We already know what it is because you mentioned it, all right? You mentioned it when you called. all right, so the page, but if you think of a page is someone younger, so with, you know, more sort of pent up energy, more energy to expend, that type of thing. So that's what's going on with you right now, but of course we know why. So
Yeah.
that's expected and it's normal. And, you know, as you could see it, you know, here we are down here, there's sort of a bigger sphere with all, you know, we'll say little ones going on. So, you know, and it's, let's face it, at this point in time, it's, you know, it's a million things. It's, I'm sure that's going on with all the, you know, the closeness and the happy times and
Yeah.
what you're not going to have anymore for the time being, you know, and of course, as you sort of realize it's not a total loss. It's like I was saying earlier, it's a physical loss, and so as you know, as you sort of grieve and you sort of realize, you know, and keep those memories alive and her spirit alive, because the spirit will always be with you. As you do that, you'll see it keeps, you know, every day, every minute and every hour, it gets brighter and brighter and sort of more sort of, shall we say, comforting, for lack of a better term, all right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And stuff until finally, you know, it's, you sort of just, you know, you appreciate the relationship that you had, and it's, you know, come full circle. And of course, and at the end, what is it? We have the Queen of Pentacles, all right? It's the Queen of Pentacles. So as I said again, as the Page of Wands, as we continue on that little Page of Wands sort of cycle there, we end up with the Queen of Pentacles, all right? The Queen of Pentacles is a woman, a very worldly woman, such as yourself, Mary, all right? You have all this knowledge in you, and you realize what's going on, and it's already after we, like I said, the Page of Wands, we get to the Queen of Pentacles. You get to that point, you know, you don't feel guilty for sort of coming to terms with the fact that it's, you know, you've grieved, and, you know, it's all right to going back to being happy, contented Mary without the guilt feelings. So
Yeah. Yeah.
there you have it, Mary.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
You're very welcome. So yeah, you know, just like I said, you'll see it. I know it's very, at the moment, it's a very, you know, sort of great sadness, and there's all of a sudden, because you're so used to that relationship, so there's all
Yeah,
that
'cause
empty.
we were very close.
Yup, and now, you know, so there's that big emptiness, that void there, but you'll see. Don't feel guilty when it starts, you know, sort of, what's the word I'm looking for? When it sort of starts, you know, lessening, and when the void gets less, and you realize that it's, you know, you're moving on from that grief. Don't let the guilt hold you back, because that's not what she wants, or any of our people who pass. So,
Yeah.
you know, it's all going to be all right to, you know, because like I said, you know, they're still with us all the time, Mary.
Oh, definitely. Definitely. Oh, yes. I
Right.
always know when my mother's around. Always.
Let's see, that's right.
Oh,
Man.
God. When I smell toast and coffee, that's my mother.
There you go. Too funny. I know it. See, you know the signs. I get signs too,
Yes,
but
I do.
yeah.
Yes, I do. They let me know. Oh, my God, do they let me know. Just like I knew with my cousin. I didn't know it was her,
Uh-huh.
but I heard 3 knocks and 1 big bang over my head. And I said, oh, somebody's dying.
Yeah.
An hour later, she died.
See, that's unbelievable.
Let me know.
Yeah. And it's funny. It's happened to me. I dream of them too. I dream of them. It's like, even if I hadn't heard from, I've had, like Mary, people that I haven't seen since high school or people I haven't seen in a month. I've dreamt of them, right? I dream
Yeah.
of them, and then I, reach out. They've passed.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I know what it's like. I know what it's
Right.
like.
Yeah.
So you'll see, but yeah, well, that was your reading anyway, so no
Yeah.
need
It
to
was a
keep.
good one. And I
Okay.
have to tell you, you were right on the last reading.
See, I forget them, so help me out a little.
Yeah, you told me I was going to hear from somebody again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hadn't heard, and I did. It was a shock to me. And
Wow.
I did hear from that person.
Nice.
And you said somebody that has animals, you're going to hear something about what was going on. And I did. Who has animals? That's my niece. I
Wow.
did hear that. And then you were giving me some, different initials.
Oh,
And I
yeah.
knew who it was right up to that.
All right. There you go. All right. Thanks for the feedback, Mary. Anyway, Mary, I don't have a lot of time left.
Yep.
So, excuse me. So, let me start winding down. Thanks for calling. I'm glad you enjoyed the reading. Again, everyone, tomorrow, Cruising with Mary, 5 to 6 p.m. Always a wonderful, interesting time, spending time watching Cruising with Mary.
Yep, you
So-
never know what we're going to talk about.
Yep, all right. Anyway, Mary, let me let you go because I got to really
All
get
right.
out of here now.
Talk to you later.
Thanks for calling. Good
All
night.
right.
Bye. All right, so, and I'm just about out of time, everyone. So, as we know, next week, same time, same place. I may have a guest next week, but I'm not sure just yet. But that doesn't matter because I get the time to go by anyway. So, see, I'm getting ready to get out of here. So, please remember, I hope you enjoyed yourself today. Hope you had a nice time relaxing on your couch, your chair, your recliner, whatever. Cup of tea, cup of coffee. No, excuse me, iced tea, iced coffee. Nice ice cold beer, perfect for today. All right? Hopefully, again, God bless you. We'll see you next week. And please, 2 things always remember, never forget. 1, you can't be dumb if you want to be free. So inspect. And most importantly, remember, you are a winner